Hey everyone, thank you so much for tuning in to another video. If you are new here, hello and welcome. Today I'm going to be showing you a week of Amori and her hair. I'll be taking you day by day and showing you what I do on each day between her wash days. This is definitely a question that I get so often, so I wanted to create a video to share with everyone just so you can know exactly what we do. Now, I will preface this and say that every week is definitely not the same. It all depends on how her hair is doing, what particular style she has in her hair. It depends on how well her hair is moisturized, and of course our schedule, because as parents we get busy and just sometimes we just don't have time for certain things. So just stay tuned as I show you what is done on each day this particular week. First off, I start off by washing Amori's hair. If you haven't seen her updated hair wash routine, then make sure you go to our channel and watch this video to know what our routine is. So after this wash day, I decided to do a little style, not much. It's just 2 ponytails at the top, and then I decided to leave the back out with her curls. So this is what I'm gonna start working on now. I am still using the same products, which include the Shea Moisture Coconut and Hibiscus Kids Extra Moisturizing Detangler Spray, which I apply first. I then seal that up with some kind of oil. So as you know, in my previous videos, I was using the Shea Moisture Coconut Oil, which is still wonderful. We definitely still have that. But lately, I have been using Jamaican Black Castor Oil on her hair because that is usually what I use on my hair, and it just seems to work a lot better than the coconut oil. I then follow that up with the Shea Moisture Coconut and Hibiscus Kids Curling Butter Cream. So also at the time of this video, I was still using a baby comb and brush, but since then I have upgraded, okay? We have upgraded to more big girl combs and brushes because her hair is just so thick, and the baby comb and the baby brush just wasn't getting it done anymore. When I get to the back of her hair, I reapply the detangling spray just because it was drying out a little bit. So I just applied the detangler spray, and then I end up shingling in the curling butter cream in smaller sections, and just doing it in smaller sections just make sure that each strand is thoroughly coated, and it definitely makes her curls pop more. As you already know, Amori does not like getting her hair done. So I usually try to keep her hair out with just like a curly fro, or I do very minimal styles, which just include like a couple ponytails or like 4 ponytails, just some type of minimal style just so it doesn't take up too much time, and it also speeds up the process with everything. Also, minimal styles create less manipulation on the hair, which in turn causes less breakage. So this is definitely what we try to stick with. This is day 2, and obviously I had just did her hair the day before, so I didn't need to reapply any products to her hair this day. All I did was fluff up her ponytails, fluff up the back of her hair because it was flat just because of the way that she sleeps, but that was it. Nothing was needed. And also I did the same thing on day 3, but I forgot to film day 3. I don't know what I was doing, but I forgot to film day 3, but the exact same thing happened. So I didn't have to reapply any products. Her hair was still moisturized. It was still soft. It was still flourishing. So I just kept the same style in, and I just did a little bit of fluff on day 3 as well. This is day 4, and as you can see at this point, her hair was definitely getting a little bit dry, and it was looking a little bit dry and just not as fresh, but it honestly still wasn't bad. This is why I love the Shea Moisture products, because the moisture that it gives the hair, it just lasts for days and days. So I did still have to, reapply some products. So what I did was I just used a little bit of water first. And remember, water is a natural curl's best friend, and water should definitely be the first source of any moisture for your hair. So I started off with a little bit of water, and then I added on a little bit of the Jamaican Black Castor Oil, and then I did a dab of the Kids Curling Buttercream. Now, I know some people are probably asking why I left the ponytails in. It's like day 4, girl. But honestly, why not? I mean, Amori wasn't going anywhere special. She was either at home or at my parents' house, running around, getting into stuff, and just being a toddler. So I didn't feel the need to change up her style at this point. Like I said, I don't like to manipulate her hair too much. I just feel like manipulating hair every single day is not needed, and you should protect your hair as often as you can. And also the ponytails were loose, they weren't tight, so everything was all good in that aspect. So I left the ponytails in just for one more day. And then tomorrow you'll see what I did to change up the style. This is day 5, and it was definitely time to take out the ponies. So I carefully took out the rubber bands. And also, I forgot to say this earlier, but I do want to try to get some different types of rubber bands, because I know that like the black small rubber bands can be slightly damaging and they can kind of pull on the hair. So if you have any suggestions for different hair bands that don't pull on the hair too much and are great for kids, definitely let me know down below. But the black rubber bands are just kind of what we had on hand, so that's what I had to use. So after the rubber bands were taken out, I applied a generous amount of water. I rubbed that in, and I tried to kind of get those parts out of her hair as well. I then applied the detangler spray, oil to seal, and then the buttercream section by section. And again, I just applied the buttercream in smaller sections and I shingled that in. I wanted her hair to stay out for a couple of days just to let her hair breathe and let her hair do its thing. So this is why I just left it out, and I just love the way that her hair looks when it is out as well. So this is all that we did on this day. this is day 7. So day 6, I did not need to apply anything. This day, her hair was a little bit smashed. So I did my famous fluffing up and I applied a little bit of the buttercream, but I mainly did that to the back of her hair because the back of her hair is her driest section because of the friction that is caused by the way that she sleeps. And after that, that was pretty much all that was needed on this particular day. So we went through day 8 and then I ended up washing her hair on day 9 and we did the same routine. And I will say this, I know that I say I wash her hair once a week, but a lot of the times lately, that may not be every 7 days. Sometimes it's every 8 days, every 9 days, or sometimes I honestly wait 2 weeks. I am still in the process of learning Amori's hair since it's changing as she's getting older. So we're still just trying to figure out what is best for her hair. And my advice to you is just do what works for you and do what works for your hair. Sure, you can look at other people's routines and get inspiration, but some products that other people use may not work for your hair. Some routines that people do may not be the best routine for you. Just know that you're doing a great job. You're doing the best that you can, and eventually you will figure out what is for you. And that is it for me. As always, thank you so much for watching. And if you have any questions, any comments, make sure that you leave them down below. All right, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.